Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
49, check 49, check 49. Bang, 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 bang.
The first carry now. This is Matthews. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hug, hug. Hey, Alpha. 44.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll run on first down. Potter. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down now, it's Potter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Check 52. Alert.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Browns' 43-yard
Hey,
line.
wahoo! Topper. Yes.
On 2nd and 2, Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it here with Hunt. He's got a first down past the 30. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 45 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jerome Baker, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mayfield on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Levante David. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mayfield now. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 3rd down, Potter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe Alshon Jeffrey, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, it's Potter. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Regular.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Here we go. Sponge.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Run.
On third down, Potter, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise, and the Browns get a score closer. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On first, it's Matthews again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing on second down, Rosen. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
On third down, Rosen. And it's complete to Kelsey. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Draw play. Here's Matthews. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Tight right, tight right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. What do you got?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. He sets up the screen to Matthews. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's got room. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throwing deep for Galladay. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And down he'll go at the 25. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, Messi. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They go back to Grant. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I got you, baby. I got you. I got you. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. 80, 45.
Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Check, 48's the mic. Check, 48's the mic.
Hey, high 7.
Full street.
Here's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. On 3rd down, Mayfield. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mayfield now from the 50. Throw left side complete. That's Potter.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
45. 44.
To try again after the sack. Rosen. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Matthews. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 1st down, Mayfield. Campbell making the catch. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Lavonte David. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the interception, here's Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rosen off the play action. And that's incomplete.
Rosen's pass, thrown away and incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the twist. Check 48's the mic.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen.
Here we go again.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Real. Watch 54. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go, D.
Now Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield on play action. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Watch the screen. Alert. 44.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now it's Rosen looking. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They will run with Grant, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Hey, alert 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Hey, alert.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Miami, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.